Disruptors, let's disrupt, shall we? Okay. I want everyone to repeat after me right now. This year, it's about the money. How'd it feel? How'd it feel? Feel a little crazy, right? Some of you would feel kind of good. Others of you kind of like, it was yucky. I don't really like it, right? And I understand. The problem is that the reason why we get conflicted with that is because our concepts of wealth aren't really aligned with our highest self, right? Right, so we come to a conference where we want to talk about, social justice and consciousness, and we also want to talk about billions of dollars and billions, right? And they're not in alignment. So I'm going to do my best to help us get aligned in this Gray Matter session by taking you on a 5-step journey toward creating new money, right? Redefining our very concept of money itself, right? And it's going to be different. It's going to feel different, but that's fine. It's fine, because everything I do is different. Okay, I came up on stage with techno, it was different, right? I'm breaking out of the blue dot. They can't hold me in the blue dot. That's different, right? Deal with it. Even my slides will be different, right? Listen, they got my first slide up right here. Show them my first slide again. You all are my slides, right? Look at you. And I got to tell you, I got the best looking slides of any presenter on the stage. I just want you to know. Right. No, it's real. Listen, the more engaging you are, the more engaging my visuals will be. Okay, so let's get engaged. I want you to turn to the person right next to you, right now. Turn to somebody right next to you, look them in the eye, and say, how rich are you? Huh? Right? Turn to somebody else, turn to the next person, turn to somebody else and say, look them in the eye slides. I don't see my slides moving. Look them in the eye slides and say, how much you got on you right now? Right? Listen, what they say? It doesn't matter because, I understand this is a very conscious crowd, very evolved thinkings of wealth. Everyone has read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I get it, but it doesn't start there, right? Our concept of wealth starts where? Fat pockets. Everybody pat your pockets. Pat your pockets right now. Pat your pockets. Come on. This is where your concept of wealth starts, right? How to serve yourself. You show up at some New Year's Eve party in January, and the first thing you do is grab a drink, start thinking about, what you're going to do this year, and you shout out, this year, it's about the money. It's about working hard enough to make dollars that afford 4 benefits, ice on the wrist, 6-figure whips, filling the void between eating ramen and eating fish with 12,000 square feet that kiss the beach, my yacht taking 10 parking spots on the dock, my wife never forming her lips to ask the price. It's about earning my slice of the pie, but super-sized with extra fries, right? Toasting to my success like clink and grow rich. Like hard work pays off. Get my check, get my bonus, rinse, repeat, problem solved. Because basically, it's about the money, right? And I get it. It feels a little weird to just say that, right? But that's okay because our concepts of wealth cannot change until we change our very definition of money. It's like when you get that first taste of financial literacy, right? You know what I'm talking about, when you're working hard for your money and suddenly you start realizing you want your money to work hard for you, right? You start thinking about and learning about passive income and valuations and financial free investment, right? Investing money to get a great return. But as the concept evolves, you realize, well, the return on money doesn't actually have to be money. Could be joy or rest, or health, balance, right? Time spent with family. And then as you begin spending that time with family, the return becomes happiness. And so you spend that time with family the same way you spend money, and it actually buys you more happiness, which means your concept of new money can actually buy happiness. And when you start to realize that, you feel a little better about how it is that you define money when you show up to that next New Year's Eve party, grab that drink, and you're like, this year, it's about the money. It's about working smart enough to make dollars while I snore, get my rupees a master's degree in financial literacy, teach my papes how to read and say grace so that gratitude is laced into each buck I make like thank and grow rich. Right? It's about filling the void between old money footprints and new money blueprints. Because now I got bigger fish to fry, super size, with extra pride. I got financial freedom to master. It's about going Gandhi on my income to get it passive. Going Ali on my savings and get it active. Mother Teresa, my investment package until my empire's impact is massive. Push financial independence off the wagon till it binges and repair my income intentions and live off my interests to live out my interests. Because my purpose being broke is way too expensive. So basically, it's about the money, which is crazy, right? And it's fine. It's okay because now the very concept is starting to change. It gets a little good to you, right? You got a little purpose in your wealth. And that's what leads to the most pivotal part of this transformation, right? And it happens through our children. Think about how many of you guys have children or know someone who has children? Everybody's hand should go up, right? Okay, I want to be all inclusive, right? And that's the thing. So you have this friend, right? You got this friend, and before they have kids, you buy a gift for them. On a birthday or when the holiday season comes, you buy a gift for them. Then when they have kids, who do you buy the gifts for? The children, right? And the thing here is, the powerful thing is, they don't look at that and think of it as a replacement to the gift that you were supposed to get to them. Their mentality is, a gift for my children is a gift for me. Think about how powerful that is. That's the first time that our definition of personal wealth extends beyond our personal self, right? And we begin to experience wealth vicariously through the people that we love. So now wealth has an even more powerful visual. And our slide changes once again. First it was pat your pockets, then it went to pat your heads. Everybody pat your heads, pat your heads, pat your heads. See, that's where your money is when you get financial literacy, but now it moves to your heart. Pat your hearts. Pat, how rich are you? Pat, how rich are you? How much you got on you right now? Pat your hearts. And if money begins to feel better to you, then you show up next time and you shout out, this year, let me hear you say it. It's about the money. It's about working wise enough to make dollars that ensure that my net worth is hereditary, filling the void between life expectancy and financial legacy. It's about letting kids teach me how to not just get wealth, but how to give it, like trust accounts and college funds, and instructions on how to go get it, like give and grow rich. Leave my kids enough fish to feast for generations, but teach them to protect the ocean, to grow their fish population super size with extra pride, because real wealth is not defined by whether I can pay for it, but whether I can pay it forward. So basically, it is about the money. And that actually begins to ripple out exponentially as now we enter the fourth step in our journey towards new money, and we realize that if our family is what transforms our definition of wealth beyond our personal self, within our family is not just people with whom we share DNA and blood, but it's our play cousin. It's our pretend brother. It's our godmother. It's our big mama. We all got a big mama in the house somewhere, right? It's those people in our neighborhood and our community that we know when we serve them, we serve ourselves. When we enrich them, we enrich ourselves. And that is when our slide begins to change one more time. It moves from our pockets to our heads to our heart and into our hands. Everybody pat your hands right now. Pat your hands. Oh, look how rich you are. Look how rich you are. Look at your hands right now. Look at the power you have to build the world you want. This is what you should be feeling when you raise your hands in the air, put them up, and say it with me. This year, it's about the money. It's about working consciously enough to make dollars that ensure, that open doors, right? Filling the void between me and my local community, because it takes an entire village to raise one village. So I put my money where my house is, support local businesses, Trade in that 12,000 square foot house for 4,000 and then remodel what I brag about. Invest the rest to help a startup out. Keep a local market from going south. Teach a man how to get his own sea trout like fish. And grow rich. Because how sustainable is an investment in art that buys a painting for 900 grand but buries future Basquiats beneath unfunded art programs? It's about a double bottom line garden. The whole community grows supersized with extra chives, organically grown with no subprime pesticides. Just the healthy stuff a community needs to grow robust economic independence, savings, and trust, to change the haves and the have-nots to the have-a-lots and have-enoughs. Because basically, it is about the money. And that leads us to our fifth and final step in the journey to new money, when we continue that ripple effect outside of our community to the world around us, right? When we begin to transform our concepts of wealth to something far more powerful. And that is what I love about what I get to do when I travel the world and help people transform their concepts of currency, of service, of entrepreneurship. All started with me transforming my own industry. Right? The speaking industry, looking at events unlike this one, which is brilliantly executed, but other events where they would have, an artist that would deliver the heart content and a speaker that would deliver the brain content. And I found myself going, well, if art is so powerful, why is art the break from the speaker content and not the vehicle for the speaker content? And that's what led me to create Poetic Voice as an inspirational speaking category. And now I travel the world. I'm speaking on Monday about, tech or cloud computing or, shoes or healthcare. And then Wednesday, I'm training high-level executives on how to be more dynamic speakers by learning the techniques of artists and applying them to business stages to achieve true stage might. And then on Friday, I'm performing love poems at a club for my wife. And I proposed marriage to my wife at a club, on stage, in front of 300 people. And she said, yes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is true return on investments, right? That is how you use the currency that is unique to you, that is passion-driven and purpose-driven to buy a lifetime of happiness. It is in the coming together. It is in our union. It is in what we do together that will change the world into the world that we can envision. It is what we do together, and that is why our concept of money moves from our pockets to our heads, to our heart, to our hands, and finally out to each other. Everybody tap the shoulder of the person next to you. Tap the shoulder. Oh, look how rich this room just got. Look how our valuation just changed. Keep patting. We're not done. Keep getting richer. Keep getting richer. We got more money to earn. This is how we will ultimately redefine our concepts and feel comfortable once and for all. Say it with me, shouting out, this year, it's about the money. It's about working consciously enough to make dollars that ensure a whole world that no longer accepts the word poor, from the beaches of Goa to Greenland's glaciers, from the mountains of Mumbai to downtown Las Vegas. It's about giving the delete finger to businesses that don't give a buck about clean air and clean water, clean dollars and clean power, teaching big data to be a gentle giant, size, but extra wise, filling the void between greatest margin and affordable scale so that more people benefit and I still do well. It's about pockets. It's about your pockets filled with collard greens, and my pockets filled with collard greens, because our empires only eat soul food that's holistic and nutritious, off investments that are rich with more lettuce and liquid, less beef, more cheese, less grief, more ease, less multiple choice, more E, all of the above. Government organizations and corporations and foundations committed to financial innovation through collaboration, where big business decides to occupy healthcare, Banks make education too big to fail. Politicians declare the environment a siffy. Technology bails out the planet. Microfunding turns global caregivers into global breadwinners as we finally take the bread out of inequality, take the dough out of politics, take the yeast out of debt, remove the impurities from my securities to create an ocean of conscious capitalism from which we drink and grow rich, serve, and know bliss. Reap, but first sow this. What we have, what we teach, what we give, how we gain. This stock is the most valuable currency we could ever exchange. So basically, it's about the money. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.